So let's assume you want to take these two paths and then blend them. Object, blend, make, and this doesn't look like it could work anytime. Let's take a look how to approach this, starting from outlining the letter. Hi and welcome to the Vector Garden and this quick tip about blends. Let's select this letter, and this is still live text. So first of all, of course, we need to outline it. Just create outlines. And now it's important to do this correctly. We can do it like this and then cut it open, but it would be better to take a look at what we have first. I'm going to make a copy of this. So what would happen if you would just cut it open and cut it open here? And then maybe you are not allowed to have compound path in this, so you go to Object, Compound Path, Release, and then you try to do this. So there could still be things in it that will not work. Let's take a look at this in the Layers panel. We're going to Window, Layers, and then you see down here we have that. It's still a group, and in there are the paths. So the important thing is we need to do this with paths. There shouldn't be any groups in there. There shouldn't be any groups at the top level, because then nothing will happen, and there shouldn't be groups in here. So the paths themselves shouldn't be grouped either. So let's go to this here. I'm going to delete that one. It's best to always watch the Layers panel while you're doing your steps. So it's a group. We need to release that. I'm going to use the shortcut. Now it's a compound path. We're going to release that as well. And I'm going to use the shortcut as well, which you can see down here. So that's the shortcut, all the modifiers and the 8 like that. So now we have a path. And this one can be cut open. So we just select this segment and delete it. And we just select that one and delete it as well. So we have two paths now. Now the next thing that is important, we're going to make it visible. I'm going to select them both, and let's go to the stroke panel and let's apply arrowheads. And you see they point in the opposite direction. That cannot work either. So one of them needs to be reversed. Let's select it and go to Object, Path, and reverse the path direction, and this will now work. So we can select them and turn off those arrowheads like that. And now it can work better. But let's give it a try. Object, Blend, Make. And you see, well, no, not really. Let's undo that. So what can you do about that? There is a little trick that often works. So you take the direct selection tool and select corresponding points. So we have these 2 points and these 2 points that are now selected. Let's select these as well. And then we are going to select these. So the same number of points on both paths, and they need to be corresponding. And now in order to show Illustrator which should be made into which, we are going to use the blend tool and click one pair. So this and this. And you see instantly we get a better result. This can still be optimized, but sometimes it's also the best you can get. So the next thing is double click the blend tool, go to the specified steps and increase the number of steps, and you see you get a pretty decent result with this. Now, of course, you want to improve that even more. Let's make a duplicate of it. And let's see what happens here. We have selected these points, but these points here, you say they glide into here somewhere. There is no corresponding point. So in order to improve that even more, we would need to create that corresponding point. Let's first release the blend. And now what we need to do is insert points. We take the pen tool and then set points like here and there, pretty close to the existing ones, and here as well. So very close to the existing ones, like that. And then we can select all of these with the direct selection tool. Select all of these and select all of these, and then tell Illustrator the corresponding pair, which is this one here, and you see this result even gets better. So let's increase the number of steps, and you see, well, yeah, that's just how we would imagine this to be. So this is how you can outsmart the blend function in Illustrator.